Hey guys, welcome back to the stream. Watching Team Liquid versus Alliance here in Stream B, I think. Possibly on the main stream as well. How you guys doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Bebby?
Dire's ban now.
Yeah, I heard, while I was getting my makeup on, Insania was joking about it a lot. He kept saying things like, guys, we're 0 for 2. We get mega creep. So I think the new strategy is make sure that you win without getting mega creeps. That way they GG. Because that's the opponent's win condition every time. Give them mega creeps, give them that extra level of pressure, and then they're just gonna try too hard. So you gotta beat them down too fast is what they gotta do.
Hit the fountain instead of the racks.
Yes, that makes sense actually. Kill tier 3s, go for tier 4s, leave the racks up. I like that idea. It's good. Well, we can jump into the draft. We got about 5 bans so far. Lena ban, Morphling ban, Enchant 10, and Jaro. We've seen Flesh Drax you were talking about. Who was the other hero? Ember Spirit again being played. I feel like we've seen a lot of these played. You guys see why it's important to mute chat wheels now?
Mute?
That last like 20 seconds is why sometimes it's nice to mute chat. I forgot to turn off the in-game.
10 seconds.
Nice. Alright guys, close your eyes really quick.
5 seconds remaining.
You saw nothing.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Beastmaster.
IO. Oh, yeah. I mean, it was being. I never caught the carry game, unfortunately. But I played against it a few.
They did carry again today against VP.
Do they still go? Do they open Helmet the Dominator?
Yes.
So I had one game where I played against it, and I had a Midas, and I was thinking like, I feel like one counter you could do
5 seconds remaining.
is just save your Midas, go gank him, and just blow up his creep Midas, and then just kill him. Because like in that moment, if depending on where you fight him, obviously, if it's like a jungle or if it's far from a creep wave, he loses his mobility. I mean, you could still tether to like an ally potentially, but I feel like that's like a small window that you can actually use to like bust his moment.
It's also, you're not gonna, you see your creep get Midas and you're not gonna instantly be like, oh, I need a new creep, you know, be ready to do it. I don't think the Whisper is gonna prepare, but you don't want to waste your Midas timing as well. You lose gold and XP if you save it for ganking a Wisp.
I mean, maybe I just got snowballed really hard, so all I cared about was like, I gotta kill him at least like once or twice to like counter snowball or something, but
10 seconds.
Might be worth doing. Maybe there's another hero that could be better at it, like
5 seconds remaining.
Creep, or Doom could eat it. Maybe.
Yeah, I think those are more classic combos.
Yeah, easier counters.
SC, so
The
SD has
Dire
been
get a ban.
picked crazy a lot. I think it's the 3rd most picked hero, and it has a crazy win rate, around like 6.
There's a lot of strength heroes being picked.
It's something what Liquid really needs right. Not doing so.
Do they need these wins, right?
Radiant's turn to ban.
Let's pull up the numbers. They haven't been doing super well.
They have to win, and they need the other teams to. But I think like some momentum is what they confidence.
The Dire get a
So like,
ban.
these wins, even if they don't get them to the win bracket, I'm sure their morale up.
Confidence is for playing well as a team. So Kunkka is picked a lot as a 3 and a 2. Some teams even. I think they're probably going to most likely
10
put it on mid
seconds.
or offlane. I don't think they're going to put port.
I had a really
5
high
seconds remaining.
excited.
So current standings, Alliance and Liquid have played the same amount of matches. They both played 5 sets. Liquid is sitting at 3 points, so they've got 3 wins total, and Alliance is sitting at 5 wins. So hypothetically, after this match, we could see Liquid take a 2-0 and be at equal points as Alliance. That would actually be really huge, because they're sitting at second bottom of the Chaos is below them with equal amount of matches and 2 less wins. So I don't think Liquid is threatened probably to getting bottom and being eliminated pre-main stage.
Here's
but,
the Radiant
I mean,
ban.
every win is huge here. They're definitely underperforming. It's absolutely true. W's.
2-0 for Alliance, so it's really good for them to stay in the upper bracket.
Yeah, they're on the verge right now. They're actually a 3-way tie with 5 points. Alliance, Mineski, Newbie. So it could be very different for them. They'd be up 7 points. That would put them in 3rd place. having played one extra.
5 seconds
yeah.
remaining.
Upper bracket, decent chance if they get the 2 up. But they got to contend with LGD and probably going to stay.
So Out got banned. It's a little later. Most people ban Out in the first phase. Neither team picked it, so you have to take it out now if you don't want it yourself. Hero's way too strong right now.
What about Dark Willow? Dark Willow's kind of creeping up. Taiga obviously is them. Whenever I watch them play it. But other teams, you may have to say experiments like Dark Willow's good again. All the other supports got nerfed enough.
EG utilized it with the Morphling yesterday in their match against Vici. He was game 1, I believe, and it was really good. So I think Dark Willow can combo with Morphling, but I think as itself, it's a really open 4 that you can pick. It's going to help secure your
Radiant's
offlane. The
turn
root
to
cooldown's
pick.
really low now.
Dire's
It
turn
scales
to
well, gives you
pick.
pickoffs, give you a really good Roche fight. So I think it's just kind of a stable hero that teams are going to feel comfortable picking early.
Alliance did it earlier today too.
Alliance is that's like one of their most comfortable heroes for first phase. They've picked it like first almost every game that's open. Dark Willow.
I would be surprised if you're not gonna
10
have a lot of single
seconds.
target from Lick. Xenia, Oracle is
5 seconds remaining.
save is really good. Killing stuns.
You don't think Shadow Demon matters?
Because it's
No,
like it's kind of
doesn't matter.
it's a hard counter. Purge the guy, then it dispels Purify away, dispels Fate's Edict. Because I was thinking, oh, maybe pick a Shadow or pick a Abaddon. Same thing, you can spell the arrow and Beastmaster Rope, but it's the same thing. It's like your shield literally would do.
It would purge.
It would. Okay, you're right. It would do the dispel, but you wouldn't get the shield. Okay,
Yeah,
so
SD
maybe
versus
Abaddon's better.
SD versus Oracle, it is SD. All their team fight is about like pickoffs, Beast Roar, Mirana.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Ooh, Jakiro.
Okay, so Secret earlier today played Jakiro. Have you ever played it before?
Maybe once, but
So when I was busy losing my core MMR because it got matched to my support MMR, where it shouldn't have been, I played Jakiro mid, and I just maxed Dual Breath and Liquid Fire. So basically every time they come up to the wave, you're like, hey, here's 500 magic damage every 10 seconds. You like blast the waves. It was against a Naga. He couldn't ship me for like against me for like 20 minutes. I take his tower super early, then you just go to the next lane, just tower. And you just turn it into like teamfight items. It feels really good, honestly. I don't know if they're gonna do it here, but
It should be a 5. It's a really good lane. So
think about it. It's really good with Kunkka as well. You have a nice
setup.
area. You're gonna set up your ice path. He can torrent, and then as the torrents end, you just ice path, macro pyre before. You get a lot of damage done. It's also decent with the Dark Willow. Fears, you know they're gonna run in a straight line. The fountain, so you
that's a
can
good
get
point.
a good ice path setup. It has some nice I think like Febby said about to help kill these summon unit. The boar.
Every hero on their team actually has like tons. It's like every team fight's just gonna be navigating them.
Brambles, exit, paths, macro. Mirana is gonna have a hard time leading.
It does feel so good. Just watching players. Once I realized that the arrow damage was it like almost 200 damage at level 1
Dire's turn to pick. Imba
for one skill
Spirit.
point.
It'll probably be a 4 Mirana, I think.
Radiant's
He's
turn
gonna stay
to
off the
bat.
map. Whichever lane the Shadow Demon is. If he ever shows up there, it's almost a free kill. Disruption and arrow. But him being off map also threatens offlane. A little scary.
So what's like the
10
big thing that everyone wants
seconds.
to? They've already got Kunk on their team. Enemy team is Ember Spirit, so it's probably gonna
5
be
seconds remaining.
that's just gonna be the. What are you
Dire's
scared about
ban
the
now.
Usually what teams have been doing, they either pick Kunkka and then ban Tiny,
Dire's
or they
turn
ban
to
Kunkka and
pick.
ban Tiny. The only third hero is Mars that people have been scared of as a Brood player.
Team Liquid needs something fight slash or carry that can save their picks right. Their heavenly out team fight.
I don't think that
10 seconds.
So they're most likely gonna pick hard carry, and they're
5 seconds remaining.
matchup should be a evenish lane. The root's gonna have
Well, it feels like they need a BKB hero. It's like Kunkka Dark Willow. Is there anything that perfectly encompasses the old team fight, hard carry, BKB?
I'm thinking of Spect. With the BK.
That's
It's
okay.
the other.
Pretty tanky. They're pretty burst focused.
could be a good lifestealer game.
Wait, that kind of sold.
It gives you built-in BKB. Doesn't give you much team fight, but it's really good at Kunkka and these supports. You kind of get on them, you open wounds them.
What about like Jug or something?
Jug could be okay. I think Jug's not great against Brood or Omni. If you don't have Battle Fury, well, spiders kind of get wasted. I think the lifestealer is probably the best.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Phantom Lance.
Is that the first PL pick?
So
Why would you pick PL against Ember? Is this bonkers? I mean,
Yes.
Febby did point out they had a lot of single target, but like, they're just screaming like, please buy Battle Fury, right?
the Battle Fury build actually doesn't scale that early. It's more better you get some like Maelstrom BKB Radiance, and then
10 seconds.
Single
Maybe it's
target
a-
physical or?
I think like
5
Deso, Battle Fury,
seconds
then Daedalus
remaining.
as your last 3 items on the
Gotcha.
Ender.
It's like a solution against all the.
Unless Miracle plays.
Yeah, I mean, it's not great to rush, I suppose. Nobody rushes Battle Fury anymore, just AM.
Timbersaw!
Saw last
Choose
pick,
your
another good way to deal
hero.
with it. Lots of AoE. He can lane against the Brood, be invulnerable. Basically, yeah, it is going to be Weehaw Timbersaw. It's an old throwback to, you could say, the TI9 run for Weehaw.
Even on a Planet HUD, Weehaw was playing it a lot.
That's true. Although I should say that the game that he played it at TI6, he did not do very well. I remember his skill build was real wacky.
Wasn't it more Moo that played it?
Yeah, you're right, actually. You're completely right. It was Moo more. But Weehaw did play a one game. Stuff going on. Oh, but yeah, in later months he was. So, Mickey is going to be playing the Phantom Lancer. If I remember correctly, PL was like one of the 8 heroes that wasn't picked day one. I assume this is the first one, but I might be wrong. But they have lots of little things to kill, and Timber and Ember will be decent at killing them.
The Mike's mid game is. Unless it's like 5-6.
Well, like, why is PL so weak right now? Just feels like you need, what, at least level 7 until you can lane as a harasser.
I feel like his HP is at least KB hard Scott properly team.
Or at least level 15, right? Like, when you hit 15, it's okay, because you get the health
Yeah,
counter.
you get 2 to help.
But before that, it just feels really rough to fight more than like 10 seconds, I feel like.
Also, if the Ember gets this like Maelstrom
Yo,
timing
this guy
and
has
this
no
BKB
chill, man.
timing, the PL can't do anything. You can't doppel out of root. So I think the PL is a little weak this
Prepare
game,
to
but I
make
think this
way.
Brood is
Who
gonna
made
be
you
the bigger
captain?
hero for Alliance
It's
to carry.
pronounced Admiral.
Like we saw yesterday, Alliance is really good around playing this Coifa Brood. So I do actually still favor the Alliance draft purely because of the Brood brothers.
Weehaw on Timbersaw, it looks like he's gonna try to fight against the Boxy Kunkka. Ember is really and Ember feels okay against Brood. Like Brood will farm to like Gunnar said.
We got some chat will in this game, guys.
Yeah? You like some good chat wheels?
I mean, it makes it difficult to complete full sentences sometimes when there's chat wailing.
I think you just talk over it.
Sometimes works, yeah.
Admiral is on board.
So the lanes look like it's gonna be a Timber solo
30
bot as
seconds
of
to
now. They're gonna
battle.
try to match it up versus the Kunkka. Obviously that's a good Timber lane. The Ember versus Brood mid I think is a little interesting. I've seen the matchup go both ways heavily. The Ember has really low armor, so if the Brood gets a fast medallion, you can kind of get pressured. But most of the time, they will just trade farm. On top, it looks like it might be a tri-lane versus tri-lane right now for Liquid.
Oh, the Hawk saw Insania put down that ward. It's gonna be great.
Cast off the lines. We embark
And especially gets
for
a tri-lane, right? So
battle.
it'll be easier for them to sneak to the sides, land arrows, that kind of a thing. Do they have Ascent? They don't actually.
I think they are buying it on the. It's really good experience for those. That's the best.
How much towards level 2 do you get?
100 XP, which is a little under half of the level.
Yep, not bad. Does it split it with AoE?
It does.
Whoever's okay.
So
You can get it solo if you want, but
yeah.
I mean either way.
They probably should give it to maybe the Beastmaster solo. You can get Aura, and the Triline is really strong.
So the main reason why Liquid is considered best early game team, I remember Naha saying it 1 year ago, it's because Kuroki and whoever's lane support. Wait, the arrow just. So as I was saying, Kuroki is really good at identifying the kill lanes, whether it was Jerax or GH.
Denied.
Well, it was a kill lane until they missed the arrow.
Yeah. I mean, they could have done so much damage. That would have been at least like a salve worth of heal on
Yeah.
Jakiro that he would have taken if he gets arrowed there.
He might
So-
even go down to the Borso.
Yeah, maybe.
So this PL is gonna have to spear and get a bunch of creeps with it for the early game. He's already used 2 spears and he's at 6 CS. This lane's going well for him. And bot, the Timber is actually kind of suffering.
We talked.
Timber should have suffered more, but Taiga wasted a lot of time trying to kill him. Now he's coming back to the lane.
And once Timber hits like level 2 or level 3 especially, he just feels invulnerable.
Yeah, and he's gonna get a lot of experience here for free. Taiga kind of screwed up, but
Courier Snipe can really change the game a lot of times too.
Especially since it's this Brood Ember matchup. If this Ember doesn't have the regen, I think Brood would just snowball over.
So you know what actually kind of ruined it was that the fact that the Hawks on the place the ward, they brought the sentry top instantly. Whereas normally if they weren't guaranteed on the ward, they would have sent the courier mid. So
Oh yeah.
in some ways it's just a little bit unfortunate
You're
how
a
that
trusty
played out
mate.
for Alliance there.
he missed the crucial timing to pressure the Timber bottom. Now he's gonna get the level 2 reactive armor, so cannot do anything.
He's got 13 armor here, 16 HP per second, hasn't used a single tango yet. 2 minutes in.
Now he's just gonna TP top, Taiga. Trying top.
I think this Triline should still be a little bit favorite. Oh, that was nice by Mika.
This is why they picked the mid Lancer.
Good teamwork, good teamwork. Mika saves insane.
So
Yeah.
the main issue with that is he can't do it for himself if the arrows time
True.
properly. But it kind of actually defends his supports. Actually really smart.
So is this justified enough for picking the PL? I mean, he can block the arrow with the illusion without threatening his hero. Does that make it all worth it? Could
It
you-
is really great against SD, Mirana, and Beastmaster, but I don't think it. Ember picks. Ember and Timber.
There's a lot of stuff you can do, a similar thing. Even with
Lifestealer,
Lifestealer, you
yeah.
can rage walk in front, jug, you can spin walk in front.
Radiant's bottom tower
It's kind of a
is
lot of resources,
staggering.
but
Like
this,
a drunk sailor.
Arrow should be good in this.
well, that's cool. At least we'll see how it works out later. Maybe his PL negatives will be too much later on in the match, but perhaps not. We'll see. It's always cool to see like the meta develop halfway through the tournament, like where people realize, okay, Mirana's super good. Rather than banning it, maybe we just get some random hero pick that deals with it, and maybe this will justify. Maybe GH won't get any kills in the laning stage, and as a result, his impact as a Mirana 4 is just not
Dire's
going to feel
middle
as strong.
tower is
And
under
just like
attack.
sacrificing by picking that PL carry might end up making it worth it in the end because the 4 isn't as strong. That's always fun to watch in the meta.
That is true, but he's just counting on a position 4 when he has like a game winner. Wait, hold on to that bar, he gets arrows. The sword chance does so much. Sword catcher does so much damage. Wait, but they're juking.
He's
He's
gonna
getting-
back out right now, but he might
But he's gonna get a counter here on mind control. GH is
Might go
gonna
down
get
to
stunned up too. Oh, beautiful tree branch from Mickey.
Okay.
That's a double kill too.
PL best here, and here's the other counter too.
Dire's
You can
middle
also gain
tower
Soul
is
Catcher, and it
drowning.
instantly heals you. So it's
That
like,
is true, that is true.
So instead of 40% max level, it's 20%.
yeah, 20, which is still a lot of damage, but the instant dispel is actually quite good. So, Alliance, man.
I still do stand by my point that it's not great against Ember and Timbers, and he needs to be a game winner. And I feel like he's just not the strongest hero in the game right now.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff win.
The bigger picture.
Yeah, and you got a kill, dude. That's sick.
Radiant's
Ember
bottom
is
tower
doing
is
pretty well,
under
39
attack.
last hits and 2 denies. So basically him and Brood are just trading.
Yeah, Brood's almost gonna level up on him, right? But Ember, anytime he gets a free lane, it's really good for him. Like I said earlier, his laning stage is really weak. So anytime he gets this nice early game, he is able to rotate around the map, make a lot of
Step
space for his
lively
team.
now.
It was
Your
really
admiral
nicely
is
done
on
by
board.
Boxy there. Just finds the
Bounty.
timber, gives him the X that guarantees he gets both bounty runes.
I was kind of watching his lane too. He's just been cutting against the Timber, so Timber did not have any chance to use that whirling death on the Kunkka.
Which is so good against melee heroes. Like what Febby means by cutting, like if
Step
Boxy
lively
wants to come
now.
get these
Your
last hits, then
admiral is
Weehaw
on
can do
board.
this, run after him, use his spells. But if he just runs behind the tower and kills the creep wave, then he doesn't have to worry about Weehaw ever threatening his life like this. Because Weehaw can basically just dive and do whatever the heck. He still doesn't use a single tango this game. It's really giving him the chase here.
Lively now.
Torrent just gonna catch up on Weehaw, but
Doesn't matter.
take damage.
Oh, he has his first tango, dude. Pressured.
Yeah.
He only has 2 points in the reactive, so he actually does take some damage from the top.
I don't know. The dragon exploded, man. Oh, here he is.
It looks like the good disruption into arrow combo killed him off. But I don't know. I kind of didn't like the Kunkka going for the bottomers. Now he's got a lane against the Timber.
Instead of like going for the backline, you might try to for a kill here. We'll see if he's successful.
Lively now.
Weehaw
Your
with a
admiral is on board.
perfectly timed Timber.
X was a little early. X during the actual movement of the chain, it'll cancel it. But if the chain hasn't lashed and he gets pulled back, it won't cancel it.
And it looks like Miracle is rotating top here. GH is on arrow. This doesn't get a lead push. Miracle wants more. They're gonna get more lines.
Just like yours.
So they countered the combo a little bit, but eventually they find openings,
Radiant's
and
middle
these
tower
deaths are going to
can't
mean
handle
that
this damage.
Febby's
Yeah,
not gonna be able to
Radiant
I
are
remember
scanning for
casting
enemies.
yesterday about this Ember Broodmother matchup too, and that time I wait. Mind control gets cursed crown. He's gonna get stunned. Will there be any follow up?
Nice root on the Beastmaster.
Is about to take the blood.
Mind control's gonna go down here.
Miracle's lane guard is going to be up. He wants more. He's going in. He's burning Taiga up. Taiga is invulnerable right now, but he's still gonna get burned up a little bit.
Taiga's gonna go down. Catch him.
Oh, it is connect, but will there be enough damage? Miracle does not have searing chain,
He's gonna
so
miss
he's
the
just going
Tiber.
to
Step lively now.
burn them up.
Dyer's middle tower is under pressure.
Miracle does have 3 fire weapons.
Nice. Dodges the arrow.
that was his
Dyer's
own.
middle tower is under attack.
Great jump there.
Dodges the pull
Step
back.
He
lively
needed
now.
to
Your
bump his
admiral is on
torrent there
board.
for that to be successful, but perfect timing
Dyer's
from Miracle
middle
reading that
tower
animation.
is
And in the
drowning.
meantime, Weehaw just standing here hitting buildings.
Now we had to rotate mid because Broodmother was doing a lot of damage mid while the Ember was missing, so Weehaw his rotation to mid.
Cruise so far. 88 CS. 8 minutes.
That's
Yeah.
actually insane, yeah. I mean, a lot of that's neutrals probably. No, he's
Yep.
actually not set up for newts yet. Oh, enemy newts he is.
He's been farming the Radiant jungle.
While all that has been going on, Mind Control kind of caught up on levers at bottom lane too. And what it desperately needed because he was trying to top.
I mean, he's only level 5. He's still pretty behind considering he's an AWP, but once he gets 6, he'll be okay. He just needs to get 6 and then turn it into a kill somewhere, ideally on like Brood or something.
I like how Miracle keeps running at the PL lane.
Just because it forces him
Dyer's
out of
middle
lane.
tower
he's-
is under
PL is not very
pressure.
that great jungling before 6.
That's all he needs to do.
Double damage
The
empowers
PL
me.
like, every time it's fallen and more TPs, PL ever TPs away from you.
Miracle does have DD for this one.
Perfect time
middle
once again here.
tower is
One
under
gets used on Mickey, he's running for his life, but looking like he'll be chased down. Oh, that juke was so
Dyer's
sad.
middle tower just got knocked down.
Nice.
Oh my god. Still chasing.
Late
DD
boxing
is
so low.
scary here. He's got a wand, dodges the dual breath, and he is
Dyer's
completely
bottom
fine.
tower won't last long.
And they just missed a couple
Dyer's
too many skills.
structures
Ice
are
Path missed.
fortified.
Ember Spirit. He still wants to chase.
Miracle is creating so much
Dyer's
space.
bottom
Now
tower
GH top
is
is
under
very
attack.
happy. He's close to 6.
The doppelganger.
Dyer's bottom tower is about
Ice
to
Path, dual breath, he
flounder.
is not going to fully catch him. Taking some damage here. He doesn't have any fire elements. Okay, he does now.
He's gonna dodge this
Dyer's top tower needs some friends. Same as
He
you,
wants to TP back.
Tidehunter.
Throw auto charge and come back.
Yeah, if he doesn't do that, he wouldn't be able to TP back. or
Dyer's
jump
top
back.
tower is under attack.
Flats.
What a nice guy, dude.
Have it though. Morbid Mask.
Dyer's top tower has
Disrupt the
fallen.
Boxy.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Double soul catcher.
Foxy.
Boxy and Michael down.
The soul catcher's running out right now. He's gonna get back, but the Weehawk catches the chakra Mickey. He's gonna go down right now. Nowhere to run.
He's definitely dead now.
Using echolocation.
Pressure just looks so obnoxious. Only death and soul catcher, man. How are they supposed to stay alive in these early fights?
Dyer's bottom tower is
He
under
gets so
attack.
underfarmed. He's level 5.
They're all just having so much trouble trying to stop this running here.
Dyer's bottom
Guys,
tower
that
has
was the tail
fallen.
Wow, Miracle is playing amazing. He's just keeping up the pressure for the
Dyer's
past 5
bottom
minutes.
tower won't
Bruno
last
lost his
long.
tower too because he got pressured so hard, so I saw him coming bottom to kind of like mirror the aggression. But I don't think he should have came because he
Dyer's
lost
bottom
the
tower is about to
Does have his defusal blade
flounder.
at least. He could potentially help out in guaranteeing an Ember kill.
Yeah,
Mana drain him.
he is still very farmed.
Dyer's
farmed
bottom
enough. I
tower
don't think
won't
so.
last long.
Ember, Timber, dual core is so strong. He'll not be here 20 minutes.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh wait, we are kind of screwed up the super chain here. There is no one charge for Miha too. It's his first defeat for him too, so it's that's worth.
Only 7 more charges.
He has to
I'm just
upgrade it.
No, that was a great rotation though. Killing, you have to kill Timber at least 1 or 2 times in those aggressive movements that he makes. Because if you don't, he's just never going to die. He's always going to be crushing your towers.
Your admiral
And now
is on
they
board.
buy themselves at least 30 seconds where they can get on the map a little bit.
The Timber hero, once he dies once or unless he's really farmed, just playing the map properly, falls behind, starts dying to even 1 or 2 heroes.
And Kunkka picks up his urn now, which was definitely very much needed. If you get Spirit Vessel finished and Timber doesn't have his Dispel option, then he's definitely killable with Spirit Vessel. It helps a lot. Is this like a good timing for Drum Member?
GH is rushing X. Excited about that.
Cool.
A lot of mana on the throw an arrow up.
Typical Timber
excellent.
support movement. The 2 boards smoke behind the Timber.
Because he'll get gone on, and then they can turn things around.
Yep.
Dyer's middle
Kunkka
tower
coming mid
is
here.
Alliance
drowning.
is biting the trap. Croaky is going to be ready.
Ooh, perfect timing.
Kind of dead.
Step lively now.
Catch the Shadow Demon. Not too many heroes there.
Because of his sacrifice, Timber lived, so I would say okay.
I mean, they could have still gotten us for sure if he timed the combo a little bit better, but it's like a mind game, right? Like when is he gonna X exactly? When is he gonna torrent exactly? But Weehawk keeps timing his Timber Chain perfect.
Dyer's top tower is about
McKay
to
is
take
going
the
for a
plunge.
Manta Rush actually,
Radiant's
probably to help
middle
get
tower
outside
is under
of Searing Chains.
Yeah.
It'll keep his
Dyer's
doppelganger
top
unlocked, but
tower
he's
is
gonna be
under
leveling up
attack.
pretty late. It's only got 1 point still. So
The Manta also helps Shadow lanes.
Step lively
Obviously
now.
create
Your
Dyer's
admiral is
top
on
tower
board.
is about to take the
You want to
plunge.
farm on his Jelly hero buying an early Manta. Farming camps and shoving the Manta illusions down the lane. Accelerate you.
Alliance
and
heroes
safely.
are smoked to target
Dyer's
the
top
Timber.
tower is
We
under
have Timber
attack.
here. He's got no backups whatsoever. It looks like he's going to be down.
have you seen this before?
Yeah, but there's no supports
Swept you
around
off
him,
your
so
feet.
Dude, that was a lot of damage. He actually died quite quick that time.
Macro Pyre into a boat. Can't really survive.
Step lively now. Your admiral.
Really close, 100 gold away. So now he'll be able to protect himself from the X combo, but it's super big that Alliance has been successful now with 2 kills on him.
yeah, that's his second death, like bro. I feel like Liquid is just not working together as a team. Of course, has to sit behind Timber. It's not that tanky, right? Especially the build that is going. It's not. He doesn't have the double bracer nor the hood.
Well, I mean, they were there, right? Kuro died, and then he kind of stayed top. So is that still a team issue, or is that
It is a
Toby
he
issue?
should wait. He should have waited.
These poor spiders.
Macro is really low on mana.
Quite put them in trouble.
Big
No.
one charge.
Step
Yo,
lively.
he's missing, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry, why is he missing?
Shadow Demon disrupted him. He has passive.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Illusions were
Gotcha.
fighting the own spider.
Bitten by your own.
Spider and spider. Between side of Croak is
Croak is manning off.
super dead.
Oh, this Division 5 SP manning up.
They gave him terrorize.
That's where you all chat, right? Only took 5 ultimates to kill me.
I guess it was space for 4 boxes. Dangerously low.
Just arrived for the timber sauce.
Wait, is Rhea gonna die again?
He's the evil.
He is alone.
Step lively now.
Might even go for Taiga.
Taiga's felt really vulnerable this game. There's all this like AoE damage basically, so it doesn't matter if he's in Shadow Realm. They just turn on Flame Guard or do like temper change when he dies.
What's this? Dire
Foxy
fortified their structures?
Radiant fortified their structures. Attack the middle tower is about to
Your admiral is
flounder.
on board.
Guys, remember to do network at 15 minutes. Totally standard.
Dire's
Maybe.
bottom tower is under attack.
Yes.
I love how like Liquid's taking control of the map. GH is just farming top.
Bebby, yes,
Dire's
see?
top
Bebby
tower
was still on
is
last
under
hits.
attack.
It's not just me. Why? There you go.
Dire's bottom
Sorry,
tower
didn't
has
you.
been denied. Dire's top tower
GH
is
machine top
about
now.
to
And
take
all
the
ahead.
Towers
plunge.
went down. The bottom tier 2 and the top tier 2. Unfortunately, the bottom tier 2 got denied, but there's still.
Dire's
Doesn't it kind of
top
feel like
tower
Liquid has
is
the bird
under
on their team?
attack.
This team.
Yeah.
It's like they're just constantly on the enemy side of the map messing around.
Dire's top
We
tower
Spurs
is
only
gone.
playing in the web so far. Whenever there's a web, there's a timber.
Yeah, those have to be careful here.
I have to be careful.
It's good. Yule's is such a good timber item actually because it's great at allowing you to set up your combos. But if in that kind of a moment there, once you use it offensively, it's just you're sitting duck afterwards.
Even using it defensively this game is scary. If
The
Eels,
prize is mine.
Torrent time, Ice Path, they can Rambling Maze on top of it.
Yeah. They can even do like terrorize or something.
Bedlam,
There's so many
terrorize,
options. Yeah.
I just feel like we are committing too much. Cares. He has to feel happy just by bringing Alliance heroes over, because GH is free farming, Ember's free farming, Beastmaster is free farming. All he has to do is not die.
Because get a little smacked by the
Dire's middle
Miracle's
tower
queuing up
is
for radiance.
drowning.
Like I said, of course, heavy build, but BKB is also decent in this game. He's really confident.
Oh, he's going in.
Dire's middle tower is under
He
pressure.
only has one red.
Oh, the root.
Would that be enough? Do they have damage? Hyla does have Bedlam coming over. Oh, poor Kuroke looks like he's gonna die.
It does look like
Rhea is busted up.
We are
Boxing gets
X'd up.
the X.
There's the Eels.
yo, X is a good skill.
It's like
Guys, just saying, have you guys seen GH or Mind Control in these
Dire's
fights?
middle
I haven't.
tower
Where is
is
he?
No, they're just firing
drowning.
off.
Look how far, dude. Look at the net worth though. He's actually quite farmed this game. Like pretty much everybody this game. The top 7 are all within pretty close net worth.
Yeah, GH and Mind Control is farming off in the side lanes.
But if GH showed up to these fights, dude, you probably have the same net worth as the Dark Willow.
That's what I
What's
mean.
more important?
That's what I mean by like Liquid not playing like a team. I feel like the 3 people that's drawing aggression, they shouldn't commit too hard. Or like GH should commit. I feel like these deaths are not worth it. They're giving like Alliance to a chance to catch up.
Are they though? Because I mean, Ember's still farming really well. I guess like they're not blowing them away right now in net worth. It's true.
Imagine if they didn't die, the Alliance networks would be a lot lower.
Alright, what about the fact that they have 2 really good counters to the cores of Alliance though? Like they've got the Ember against Phantom Lancer, they've got Timber against Phantom Lancer and against Brood. It feels
They
like they
do,
have good heroes.
But the problem is that those 2 keeps dying like in the past 5 minutes. Miracle, Ember, and Timber, their items, I feel like they can be like 1 item ahead.
So do you think that they need to be ahead in farm to be competitive against those heroes even though they have the matchup?
they can be around even farm, but there's a point where this PL doesn't care about the Ember anymore.
Yeah.
If the Ember doesn't start into physical build later in the game, he
Dire's
gets a
top
hard
tower is about
Signetic
to
most
take
likely.
the plunge.
PL
Radiant are
2025
scanning
is
for
a
enemy.
double. Nice terrorizing. I'm gonna go down again.
That was sick. Did you see how they did that? They did Torrent first, and once the Torrent lands, they guaranteed the Bramble Maze, which guarantees the next follow-up.
Well played by Alliance. They're utilizing this.
Your admiral
Yeah,
is
this observer ward here spotting him out.
Dire are scanning
My
for
brother
enemy.
does have Crimson Guard finish.
Find Fox in the river.
My God,
Timber does a lot of damage.
that was insane, dude. Soul Catcher plus Warling Death.
So
Radiant's
this
bottom
Ember
tower
might
faces a
start to
stiff
struggle
wind.
soon. Damage coming up. PL. PL's win. Still 500 net worth below that.
Radiant's bottom
This
tower
Manta
is
now.
under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
He's got 15 talent as well. 275 health will help, and he doesn't have to worry about Searing Chains really.
Oh, Miracle changed his items to yours instead of Radiance. Because it's been
Ooh.
dying too much.
Because the X combo, so
Yeah.
if he goes BKB, he's too like cooldown limited, right?
That's a good news for Pierre.
Anytime the team doesn't buy Radiance against PL, you're gonna feel.
Yeah, and Ember without Radiance or Battle Fury, he's eventually gonna feel bad against the Pierre.
Makes me think that if they just didn't succeed in getting 1 or 2 kills against Ember, that Liquid would be running away with this game. Like he'd probably have a
Yeah.
Radiance
Yeah.
soonish.
Probably have about 1,000, 2,000 more gold. Good about himself. 5-0 or something.
I just feel like the Timber, not either Timber, Ember, like they should have died less and my control should have died or roll into arrow combo. They're doing enough damage. The Macro Fire and the Ice Pass.
Dire's middle tower is
Oh no,
under
Fox
attack.
should stop casting it.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
Yeah, that was weird.
Because he got comboed by the Ember.
Dire's middle tower is under
Did you
pressure.
see GH
Dire
blow up the spiders?
structures are
Just the double
fortified.
Starstorm. All the spiders died.
They killed all of them.
Dire's
Yeah, like
middle
the whole
tower has
mess.
fallen.
Looked like a decent solution. So Quakefo basically runs in, but then he's like, oh shit, it's just me. So he probably got like Searing Chains or something and got comboed.
30 seconds down for Alliance to course. Liquid is gonna take advantage and try to knock their high ground.
Should be a period. Alliance.
Dire's middle tower is under pressure.
Searing Chain and arrow combo, they're just throwing spurs.
This combo is so good, man. Just slight Searing every time.
Middle tower.
Radiant's courier has been killed. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Nerf Ember.
Arrow is slightly missing. This is one of the great reasons to pick Mirage. It's a great re-engage tool, the Moonlight.
Double damage. Dire's
Tier
top
3 was big
shrine
too, because
is
it
under
opens up the
attack.
shrines for Liquid to take. After they take the shrines, they can move a lot more easy.
It's gonna be a lot more dangerous for Brood to spread it on the map and maximize this farm. Because anytime they do smoke and jump on him, there won't be backup as quick.
The nice thing about this beast
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
Ember dual core can't really rotate at any point. It's my medallion.
Dire's
Tank
top
with the board,
shrine
he has the aura,
has
so
fallen.
Radiant can now feel a little better about going to rogue.
How do you like the Kunkka Rod of Atos second item here? Obviously it helps him.
Ember
Yeah, exactly.
torrent, or you can X
Step
and then
lively
Atos.
now. Your admiral is on board. Dire have the spyglass
Ember
at
can't dodge
hand.
the
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Fishing for spider last hits.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ember re-queued up the raid. Hit stop for this.
Dire's top
He's doing
tower
great.
is
1500
about
gold.
to
That's
take the plunge.
half the way there practically to the relic.
Well, Mickey, I think, is aware that they're rushing.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
It definitely seemed useful to have the fast Manta, I must say. Because like the defusal rush, maybe you get like a support pick off or two, but if you don't get those easy kills, then just having Manta is going to accelerate you so much faster.
Yeah, you know.
I have claimed
If you've
immortality.
heard this one.
People have started to stop going these on the carry heroes. First item is power spike. Try to aim their power spike to be keep scaling. Like Slarks used to go treads shadow blade and run around the map, and then they go time the terror perfectly.
Yeah.
Liquid heroes are coming over bottom. Their main objective is PL kill here. They're not gonna be happy with just the Taiga kill.
That was a great dust, actually.
Yeah, nice arrow. He's gonna dodge it, but kind of is committed.
Is under attack.
Just like they don't Bunny runs. Looks like he'll go 2 for 2. Oh, mind
Clear
control.
as clean water.
Jack in the bottle refill. That's where you kick your teammate right there.
What Wicked did amazing.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
I just love how all the combos work right now. There's so many things that GH combos with this game. Like, they just have a hero that already counters the enemy lineup, and you get to Yules because it makes sense. And now it's like the easiest arrow setups ever. Same thing.
The arrow, chains in an arrow, chains in an arrow, you reward an arrow.
It actually makes Morana such a better hero. So even though like the laning stage was a little bit weak, it just has become such a strong mid game too.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
The game starts to slow down, and as of now, the best they can do is kill lanes with his Broodmother. Hope he gets a BKB and win a fight. They
Dire's bottom shrine
think
has
winning a fight's
fallen.
out of the question.
That cup runneth empty.
Definitely feels hard. They need a lot of damage, they need a lot of focus. Feels like Kunkka is a vulnerability at this point.
Kunkka, he needs to be the strong hero that can the front lines, get this boat off, do so much damage, magic and physical, that the enemy team has to kill him. But he has 50% damage. Like, Liquid it just cuts through his damage.
The rune of illusion.
Roll for my
Kunkka has to play like a scared hero.
Dire's tower is under attack.
But the Moonlight kind of here. Oh, wonderful arrow.
Get doppelganger ready there, but maybe he's hoping to get high ground right on him.
Yeah, he didn't have vision.
Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge.
BKB from Koifa. Is that gonna be enough? Timber is really low. Oh, he used the plus.
So much Spirit Vessel, he's healing.
That GH double star was a lot of damage.
This looks like the end of the game. I mean, I don't think they're gonna GG him, but man.
Won't last long. Dire structures
I mean, they're probably gonna get at least one max, probably 2 here, but
fortification.
it just feels like mid
Dire's
just constantly
are
pressured
under
from the
attack.
beginning to the end. Timber defending the mid tower that one time. They were messing around behind tier 2s. Alliance was constantly sitting on the back foot. Feels definitely feeling slow, as we kind of expected. And it was kind of cool in the laning stage, but
Dire's bottom barracks have fallen. Dire's middle barracks might fall.
It's a spout of violence.
Interesting.
Dire's bottom barracks have fallen.
But I'd be really scared if they can't.
Dire's middle barracks have fallen.
Timber wasn't by the time they peel. Just having a PL and
Is on board.
Broodmother on the same team. Other team can pick a bunch of these. Ember Saw, Ember, Sven, these type of heroes. I think having that ability to just draft like that just makes
Step lively now.
We are
Your
gonna have
admiral is
passive
on
reasons
board.
on quite a while. It's very uncharacteristic of it.
you don't like the backpack radiance build? What about
Could
what
be
if
better.
Yeah, but what if he needs to use Arcane Rune?
what about his drums?
Okay, he's. The real question is, could he backpack his Radiance for the rest of the game and still win? The answer is yes, because they're up by 14k.
There, but is that gonna be enough?
Ember Saw is killing everyone on the bottom side of the fight. Koifa doesn't have enough damage.
Looks like he's going to go down. No, there's so much damage with Riha.
Oh, they're gonna catch Kunkka from the top side of the fight. Koifa's just gonna keep running down. He has 15 web charges. I don't think they can. Maybe a Yules and an arrow setup. We all have just gonna let Koifa waddle back to his base. So
Dyer's middle barracks. My Dyer's middle barracks.
That was the Liquid we expected to show up at the beginning of the tournament. We haven't seen him that much yet, but like we said, they need some wins here. That's going to be their 4th game win of the tournament so far. It's got to feel great, especially